Nerd is the new sexy.
What is up, all you sexy nerds? Grizzly McBee here, and welcome to Nerd is the New Sexy Entertainment, episode 96. What? Ooh. I am joined today by my brother, my cohort,
Wildfire 1.
Oh yeah, going old school. I mean, not really old school. When was the first time we did just the two of us?
Old enough.
Like the end of season 3.
Old enough school. I don't know. No, we've the two of us. We did it. We did a few. We did the.
No. It was season 1.
No,
season 1, episode 23.
Wait, you're confusing me. What are you talking about?
The first time it was just you and I.
Oh, the first time. Well, the last time it was you and I was recent. We did it maybe 3 or 4 podcasts ago.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like the first time.
The first time. Oh, well, nothing. It feels like the first time. Yeah. Every time.
Good
time. It feels like the first time.
And every time it's just the two of us. I remember, was it episode 23, where we had to record it 3 separate times.
It's pretty bad.
Because the first time it didn't record me, the second time it didn't record you, the third time we're like, okay, we already know what we're gonna say, let's just get this over with.
The third time was the charm in that case.
Yeah. And it actually went longer.
So the topic is, again, we're just doing a nerd chat. We have, and just so you guys know, we have a shit ton of topics written down. It's not because we're running out of topics. I just think there's a lot of fun in chatting and bullshitting from time to time.
Yeah. And you know what? We just went through the list. There's like 125, 126 different topics that we have for the future that we've been gathering since season 1.
Season 1, see, yeah. Every time we go on a hiatus, I usually come up with like 12 different things to add to that. So
and then throughout the season, we add more. We take some off. We add more.
Yeah. So the topic is, again, a nerd chat. We're just nerd chatting it up. We're going to talk about maybe a game we've been playing, some games we've been playing. I'm going to do a Nerd Tech review, which we haven't done in a long time.
It's been quite a while. It's been, I don't know, probably 15, 16 episodes.
It's probably more than that. I think the last one I did was maybe the beginning of this season.
Or the end of last season?
Or the end of last season.
Well,
anyway, there is some news too, guys. We have a phone number now. You guys can get a hold of us with your phone. You can leave messages, and the beauty of this is that you're not going to talk to us. It's a voicemail. You literally just leave a message. You tell us what you want us to talk about, or what you think we could talk about, or what you want us to review. Do a review on. Do streaming, anything, any of that the nerd nature. What do you want?
Games, movies.
If you want me to do a talk
music.
about games about a certain specific game, all that stuff, music, all that stuff. Yeah. What's the number, Grizzly?
Okay, so it's 559. That's the area code. 997-6803. Again, that number is 559-997-6803.
Feel free to call it, guys. I put that together so you guys can get a hold of us and let us know. I'm reaching out to you as the viewer, as the listener. I want you guys to let us know what you want to hear, what you want to see. I'm excited.
Oh, definitely.
And if you can't remember the number, it is on our Facebook page. I think I even put it on the Twitter. It's on the Discord, and that's another thing, guys. Join us on Discord.
Definitely.
Our Discord's open. I post invites all the time. Join us if you guys want to be a part of our community. We're open, guys. We love to be liked and like to be loved. So, yeah.
A quick update. I have not forgotten about my challenge video.
Oh yeah, the one you lost.
I am a big guy. It is hard to find the right materials for me to be able to do this challenge.
What she wants you to do again? Let everyone know.
Dress up as Wonder Woman and do like a little twirl. She just wants to see my butt. That's all it is.
She wants to see you in a skirt.
But no, I have not forgotten. It is in the works now that I have a certain someone in my life. She has taken it upon herself to help me get these materials more quickly. It will actually be Wyld recording this video.
Oh, are we doing it the night of the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it will be the first and probably only time you ever see Wonder Woman with a full beard. And yes, this is a real beard. My chin is right there.
Pull it, Santa. I was noticing earlier that in Grizzly saw this.
My curl?
Yeah, he's got a curl. I've got a spot. Like it's all
a brown spot
it's
right
all
there
like
in the chin.
That is my natural hair color right there. I don't understand. It's like all my beard is like, oh, or my goatee is like, oh, we're gonna be salt and pepper, but this part's like, fuck that, I'm still young. My God.
So yes, that will be coming by the end of September. It will be out, guaranteed.
Because we didn't forget about that. We just got a lot of shit going on.
Every time I talk to Wyld, he reminds me. Every time I talk to Mender, she reminds me. Every time I look at Discord, I see messages reminding me.
Let's talk a little bit about DokiDoki. I know that it's going slowly. I'm trying to get it finished by the end of the year. It's a lot. Trust me, it's a lot to edit when you're editing podcasts, side projects, and then of course DokiDoki as well. And DokiDoki goes through several stages of editing.
Oh yeah.
So
a little bit of background about the DokiDoki, right? Okay. So Wyld, being the champ that he is, supporting this guy. Oh, we recorded DokiDoki for 13 and a half hours.
I believe so.
13 and a half hours. Now, mind you, episode 9 just came out, and that's like 5 hours in.
That's episode. That was actually, I say episode, but that's actually the video 6. There's 10 videos.
Video 6. Okay, so
unedited footage.
Yeah, it's okay, like 5.5 hours in.
It's pretty far in, yeah.
And Wyld and I, last week, were actually looking at the video left, and we were like, wow, okay, there's like this whole section right here that we need to keep. This whole section we probably should keep, probably won't.
Well, let's further explain.
No.
To further explain, what you guys see in those videos isn't the full game.
It's not.
I don't want to cheat people out of the full game experience because the game does change depending on what you choose. And 2, if we did put the full game in, there'd be a lot of boring parts, guys. The game's not boring, but when you're watching someone play the boring parts, it's not really all that fun to watch. Trust me. It gets fun, and the reactions are funny. And of course that's the part I put in. So I do my best to make sure it meshes. So you're not seeing one point and all of a sudden they're in like a different classroom or something. To get a little in depth for you guys, there's maybe about 3 different edits. There's the first recording. Then there's my edit where I shorten it down for the episode. And then there's the third edit, which I add in the voice actresses,
the voiceovers,
and then I add in the little effects of things that I think needs to change or be fixed. And there's one instance I'm gonna call myself out on a fuck up. One instance where I had put the wrong name in for one of the scripts, and that's nothing. We got to write the scripts for it too, for the voice actresses. And I put the wrong name in on the script, so I had one person saying a line that someone else was saying in the game. So I literally had to fix it and make it look like that person was saying it. So I cheated a little bit, and that's me calling myself out on that. But the point is stuff like that happens from time to time, especially when you're doing this.
Yeah.
It's a fun project. It's longer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we thought we would be done with it long before now, but the way things have worked out, poor Wyld's the only one doing the editing.
Yeah, but for what it is and the way we got it set up with the voice acting and all that stuff, I'm very happy with it. So, and I hope you guys are happy with it as well. The DokiDoki Literature Club isn't really as popular as it was when we first started, but we're not doing it for the popularity. We're doing it because just a fun game to play. It was a fun experience, especially once we get to a certain part in the game where you see Grizzly making speeches, like amazing speeches.
You were there for the entirety of the gameplay, which I am extremely grateful for.
Yeah.
For those of you out there that don't know about DokiDoki Literature Club, you can either watch our videos or watch the billions of other videos that are out there about the game, or just research. It's a fun game, but it does get dark.
It gets very dark.
Without spoilers, I can honestly say that if Wyld was not there while I was playing the game, at a certain part of the game, there would have been no recording and his computer would have been demolished. But you'll have to wait a few episodes for that.
Yeah, like we said, it gets dark. I would say wait for it, guys. Wait, because it's going to be worth it. And again, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank our voice actresses. You guys have been amazing.
Oh, definitely.
NITNSE plays Yuri.
That's one thing that we're doing that I have not seen any other channel on YouTube do.
Yeah.
And that's use voice actresses.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why it's taking so long to edit.
Well, everyone's got lives, You got like I said, NITNSE plays Yuri. Luca plays Natsuki, or Natsuki as you call her, or Natsuki,
yeah.
or Natsuki as we said a few times. Let's see. Panda plays Monica, and then finally Minder plays Sayori. And I mean, the girls have been amazing. They've done so good.
Oh, definitely. Like watching the videos, and even watching the original taping of it. Like I'm remembering everything, and then just hearing their voices in places where I was just reading the lines, to myself. It adds that much more of an experience.
It feels organic, especially with your responses.
Who played that exactly, and listening to their tone, their cadence of the lines that they have for that character in response to what I say is unmatched by anything else I've ever experienced.
It's very interesting, especially when it's you were there. You were there and you didn't hear the voice when you first did it. We just didn't read it.
And now I'm watching it and I'm hearing the voices going, oh, chills. That's amazing.
And you guys can expect a DokiDoki podcast in the future once we're done with this. Once we're done with the series, we'll do an in-depth maybe with the voice actresses, maybe.
If they're game,
they're game, we'll do something.
I
like that.
would love to do a podcast with the voice actresses and just sit and talk with them, kind of reminisce about, everyone's favorite parts of the game, their script, what have you.
Well, the funny part about this is that I think Luca played it. Luca's again Natsuki. And I know Panda played it. Panda's Monica.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Minder hasn't played it, and neither is NITNSE. And they're doing so well for not knowing the game this year. God damn it! That thing's bigger than your head. The fuck is wrong with you?
Same size, fool. Same size. So, and when the first episode came out, like I was like, okay, I remember all this. I was only one beer in. I remember this.
Everyone keeps laughing about the beers.
I look so dumb. And then, like, I felt really bad about it. Like, I was like, nah, I don't know if we should keep putting this out. And then we just started getting positive comments about it. Like, people liking my reactions and this and that. And I was like, okay, it was different. I mean, Wyld knows it.
You're your own biggest critique, you know what I mean?
I really am.
We had that going on. What else? We got the holidays are coming too. When I say holidays, I mean Halloween. I mean,
yeah.
Christmas, and you know, with Halloween, we're probably gonna get another visit from the game master and Jimmy Bones.
You know, I haven't talked to Jimmy in a while. How is he doing?
He's hanging out in my closet, he's hanging out with his bone out. Good old Jimmy Bones. The game master, he's in the crypt. He's sleeping. But you know, we've been actually thinking about what games we want to find and play, and who we want to play them, and go from there. For that,
any ideas? Call that number.
Yeah.
Give us some ideas.
Any ideas for scary games? You call that number. We'll do what we can about getting these games played. Or even if you want to play a game on stream for us, you will get full credit, and you'll be a part of the show. It'll be fun. We're telling you now because it's a few months before October.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Now, speaking of scary games, that brings us to our next topic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, those of you that have been faithful followers of the project, no, I do not do anything scary. I just don't. And I mean, if you're new, you may be looking at me going, and this is a big dude. I'm sure not a lot of things scare him.
He's a big
like
chicken.
Frogs, lizard, yeah. I don't do scary games.
If we go to one of the scary like haunted mazes here in this area, I'm taking you with us.
Getting punched.
I'm taking you with us, and I'm recording
punched.
it because it's gonna be fucking great. But yeah, so he's saying he doesn't like scary games, and as you heard us talk about recently, the PlayStation Network has actually come out with the free games this month. They're actually pretty good. I mean, you got Mafia 3, and then the one we're gonna talk about,
Dead by Daylight.
Yes, and this guy, and the game itself isn't really spooky scary, but the spooky scary thing are the jump scares from some of these
jump
killers.
Scares like crazy.
And I've been streaming.
I think we have finally found a game that I am good at.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, you're good at GTA.
Yeah, when I'm not playing with you.
Well, we're not against each other.
Yeah, when we're not against each other, I'm pretty good.
He does good on this game. Now, for those of you who lived under a rock for several years and don't know what Dead by Daylight is, why don't you explain what the premise of the game is, Grizzly?
Okay, so Dead by Daylight is, you have 4 survivors.
It's a horror survival game.
And 1 killer. Now, you can buy different killers. You start out with certain ones.
Some of those killers are badass. I mean, Freddy Krueger's one.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers,
Leatherface, the
Leatherface, Jigsaw.
Yeah, I was gonna say the pig bitch, but that's what I call her,
Jigsaw.
the pig bitch. It's Jigsaw.
And each killer has different abilities.
Yeah.
To help them kill the 4 survivors. And that is the killer's main objective, is to kill all the survivors.
In the most horrific
Their
way
survivors'
possible.
main objectives is to escape.
To survive.
And the way you do that is there's generators throughout the map, and you have to repair them and get them working. Once you repair 5, there you go, there's my thumb. Once you repair 5 generators, then the 2 exit doors light up, and you have to unlock the exit door to be able to escape. If you are the last survivor, then you can find the escape hatch and escape that way, if not all of the generators have been repaired.
Yeah, there's little tricks and tips and fun things to do.
Yeah.
So,
each survivor has their own perks.
Yeah, it's like an RPG perk tree.
Do different things. Yeah. And like you can unlock and find like toolboxes,
which helps you repair the generators faster,
quicker. First aid kits to help you heal yourself or your fellow survivors.
The game's
Not
fun.
Today.
And we've seen that it was free, and we decided to download it. And you guys got a few more days to download it if you haven't downloaded it yet.
One more day.
By the time this podcast comes out, you won't have no more days. But
you won't have no more time.
But I would recommend getting it. It's fun. This guy, he doesn't think he's very pointing the wrong way. There we go. This guy doesn't think he's very good at video games. But he's pretty good. He just judges himself. But he found a game that he's even better than me at. Like I do okay on it, but this guy's like immaculate.
Everybody we've played with is like, how long you been playing the game? 2 weeks.
As long as I have.
2 weeks. Oh, you're so good. I was like, no, it's just.
I just want to live.
The survivor that I choose. I pick the perks that I would use if I was in that situation, and I do exactly what I would do if I was in that situation.
Let's talk about the survivor you're using right now and who he looks like.
Okay, so the survivor I'm using right now,
we call him
Gambit.
We call him
because
Gambit.
He looks just like Gambit.
Just like Gambit. Like
and
Gambit
I'm
from
not
this
talking
this
the Marvel
podcast.
Hero. We're talking our Gambit.
Our Gambit. He looks like Gambit.
When we first started he was locked when we first started the game, and we were like, "Man, we need to get that." It looks like as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Dude, check out that guy. He looks just like Gambit." He goes, "He does."
You look just like Gambit.
So we played for like 4 or 5 hours, even streamed it for a bit, and then the next night he was unlocked because they did an update.
Yeah.
We were like, oh! So we grabbed him and I started leveling him up and throwing perks on him, and it's just so much fun.
What's the character that I play? What do I call him?
Oh, you call him Dale Gribble.
No, that's Monster's character.
Oh,
Monster's
okay.
character is Dale
no,
Gribble. I play the nerd. The nerd! I call him the nerd. But I call him the nerd all the time because he's a nerd. He's
the only one with glasses.
Yeah, well, not just that. Even his thing says he's nerdy and he's antisocial and he doesn't like, and I'm wondering why the fuck he's in this situation altogether, because those guys are usually smarter than to go out in the fucking woods and get chased by killers. But he's died several horrible times because of me.
And by me.
Yeah. And that's another thing. You play as a killer, of course, and each killer has its own perk, and you can upgrade him or her as well. And you can kill your friends. You can play as survivors with friends. You can... honestly, I think the only thing it's missing, because it's literally almost like... I hate to say this, because the games are like... They're similar, but they're different. Friday the 13th, the game. It's very, very similar to that. But the only thing I liked about Friday the 13th, the game, is that there's a single-player mode. Like, you can play against bots and practice. This one, you're
always playing against people.
You're either online or you're fucked. You know what I mean? Unless you're playing the tutorial, and if you fuck up on a generator, like if say you're fixing a generator, that game makes you feel fucking stupid.
It does.
It does. Like I think I get Tourette's when I fuck up on a generator. This guy was like, he wasn't even in the game. He died. One of those rare instances where he died first, and he goes, and I lost it. I screwed up my skill check on the generator, and I probably said about every curse word you can think of. And he's like, this guy starts laughing. He's like, yeah, that never gets fucking old.
And he says one of the rare times that I died first, because 90% of the time,
it's me.
Wyld is the first one dead, and I'm the only survivor.
And sometimes it's Monster too. We've been playing a lot with Monster. I didn't stream that game though. That was a very special time.
Yeah, that was just the three of us.
That was just the three of us. That was fun though. It was very fun.
It was super fun.
It's easy to get pissed off at your teammates if you don't know them. Like, you'll be doing stuff you'll be fixing the generator, and all of a sudden they fuck up the thing, and you know,
and then you're just yelling at a TV with no response.
Yeah. Well,
you're playing with your friends and they fuck up and you yell at them and they're like, well, fuck you.
See, at that point,
they go running off and they get killed, and then you finish the generator.
Exactly. At that point, I'm just like, you're on your own, bitch. Fuck you. You fucked up. And then they follow you like a lost little fucking puppy.
Or they take off running, the killer starts following them, and they just double back right to you.
Which is great. That's another thing about this game.
I may or may not have done that most of the time the other night.
Yeah. You did that to me a few times, you dick. I'm in the middle of like
but I
halfway
survived.
done with it. Fuck you. I'm in the middle halfway done with a fucking generator, and this guy's bringing the fucking saw bitch to my ass. I'm like, oh god, and then she goes after me instead of him, and I'm screaming like a girl trying to get away
I
from
just
this
stop and finish his generator.
fucking cocksucker. That's another thing. Samus plays this game.
Fucked one.
And she was telling me a story. She was playing with True, where they were playing together, and I guess the situation was they were playing together, and he got like attacked, and they put him on the hook, and she just left his ass to die. She's like, "Fuck you," and that's always fucked up, but hilarious to watch when it's not happening. The game's a fun game. What would you rate it, Grizz? Like 1 out of 10.
Definitely rate it probably an 8.5, because I can see where there could be
Improvements
to
Single
it.
player, yeah, I get you.
Single player, and the chance to play as the killer and invite your friends.
Yeah, well, you can do
to
that.
still be able to get the upgrades.
Yeah, you can
to
do
still
that,
be
but
able to get the upgrades.
It's unranked, and that's kind of bullshit. I could see why they did it, because it's more or less
easy to farm.
You can farm it and find loopholes and fuck everyone else. But if they thought about it, they could probably find a way past that. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, because I really want to I really like to get all the, because when you play it like that, you get all the perks. And if you're playing with all the perks, it just doesn't feel fun.
Yeah.
You're not earning nothing, and I think that's what's the downfall of that. Being able to kill your friends is fun, though. When we first played the Kill Your Friends mode we were like, why didn't we get no fucking points?
I never heard you scream like a girl so much in my entire life. It was great.
Well, you were getting mad because I kept killing your ass.
Well, and then whenever I did the hag, you were screaming every time a jump scare came out.
Let's talk about the hag. Let's talk about the jump scares that bitch does. Fuck that character. Oh my god, this guy, he screams there we go. This guy screams like a little girl, and I scream like a little girl. It's another situation where I'm like, motherfucker, I go full Tourette's when that shit happens, because it scares the shit out of me. And Samus is like, oh, you can just kneel past the traps. Well, fuck that, I don't know where they're at. And this guy, he had died in one, and I was like, it was me and Monster. We ended up all dying, but where his dead body was at, where his item was left, because he had a toolbox, I went to go get it, and that motherfucking hag character, fuck that player. If you watch this, fuck you.
So let me set the scene here. Okay, so I get caught by the hag. I get put up on the hook. It's my second time on the hook, and I'm just struggling.
Yep. Just
struggling. Well, I see her start putting her mark on the ground, where anytime someone gets close to that mark, it shoots up a double of her, and she can transport to them and, hit whoever's nearby. So I see her put several down. I know that whenever I die, the item I was carrying was going to be right there where my body was.
This cocksucker didn't warn me.
So I'm looking around, because you can see the silhouette. If you have the right perk, you can see the silhouette of the other survivors. So I'm just mashing, trying to stave off death as long as I can, hoping they'll come and help me out, get me off the hook. I'm looking around, and I see Monster all the way on the other side of the map working on a generator, and I see Wyld 50 feet away, just standing there.
I'm creeping.
Not doing nothing.
I'm creeping.
And the hag is already long gone. So I'm like, dude, just come get me. And she's gone. He takes 5 steps, turn around, runs probably 50 yards, and starts working on a generator in the opposite direction. So pissed. So pissed. So I was like, you know what? Fuck you. So I just let him kill me. So I was like, dude, you need 2 generators left. Go get my toolbox. It's a brand new toolbox. Hadn't even used it yet. because I got snatched up by the hag like 20 seconds into the freaking game.
That's another thing. You lose your shit when you die. That sucks too.
I was like, so go get it. So like I'm spectating him, telling him where to go to get it. I was like, look, there it is, right there. He runs right up to it, and about shits his pants.
Yeah, she put 3 of those fucking things right there, and it's.
She transported to it and just hit him, and he's like, "Ah, you motherfucker!" Oh,
I ran
almost
like
pissed myself laughing because he almost shit himself screaming.
Oh my god, it was bad.
Great.
Fuck
it
that
was
character.
Great.
Fuck
That's
that.
All the payback for all the times you'd shoot me once when I first started GTA. You'd shoot me with a freaking BB gun and I'd die because you're like level 300.
Farted on your ass and you're done. But yeah, that game. So you gave it an 8.9, I think, 8.5.
8.5. Yeah.
So it's a pretty decent chub. It's good enough to fuck something with. You know, if we're doing nerd boners, I'd give it a 7. Because you know, I like the game. It's fun to play. Would I play it alone? Maybe not. You know, like, you know, not with you guys. Would I play with the strangers? Maybe not. But I would definitely play
I just wish that you could talk with the other survivors. That's one thing that they need to add.
I think you can. I just think we're in party chat, so we can't.
No, because I've tried playing on my own.
Oh.
Unless I'm just a complete da-da-da. And so there's, like, cabinets that you can hide in. There's cabinets that you can hide in to hide from the killer, right? It was the same exact game, same exact session that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
With the toolbox. So I'm spectating Wyld. He gets hit and he takes off running. Well, he's running all through the map and like he keeps looking behind him, still right behind him. So he's zigzagging, trying not to get hit again.
Serpentine.
And lo and behold, he runs right into Monster. What does Monster do? He takes one step and goes straight into a cabinet right in front of the killer.
And that's like an instant death. Or not death, but it's an instant.
Instant, they gotcha.
Yeah, they gotcha. There's
because if you're if you're hidden like that, they don't have to hit you. They can just reach in and grab you.
Yeah.
And you're grappled. I mean, at least if you're out running, they have to hit you twice before you go down. If you're in hiding like that, they don't even have to hit you. They just reach in and grab you.
Then you're fucked.
And he did that like 3 sessions in a row, right in front of the killer. We love you, Monster, but
that was a stupid move. And then there was the game that we all got away on. It was me, you, Monster. It was when we were playing on Elm Street.
Oh, duh.
I didn't think it almost. I think that killer was a newbie.
Oh,
because
it had to have definitely been a noob. Because okay, so
kept passing us up.
These guys, like, were together, but on the complete opposite side of the map from me. And then our 4th player was like AFK for like 90% of the game, just standing in the middle of nowhere, just standing. And so I'm working on this generator. The killer runs right up to me, stops, kind of squats, stands up, and then runs away.
No, she put down, because it was the hag, she put down one of those traps. That's what you were saying.
Well, it never went off because I went the opposite way. Like, she left, I finished the generator, went straight to the next one.
She kept passing us. Like, we were right there. She kept passing us.
There was the last one right there on the street that I'm sitting there, like, my butt is in the road. I'm working on this generator. And she just runs up. And you're like, oh, run, she's right there. And then she just starts, like, doing circles around me and the generator.
She started chasing Monster because we
chasing Monster.
We split up and you just sat there. You kept doing your thing.
Yeah, well, and then she came back and you were like, "Yo, you need to run."
Yeah, get the
she
fuck
just
out of
started
here!
Circling me in the generator, and like it was freaking me out because oh, she's gonna hit me. I'm already hurt. She's gonna hit me, and so I kept messing up the skill checks, and then finally just got it, and You were already at the door.
I was at the door.
You're like, just hurry up and finish it. Let me open the door.
So I opened
I
the
just
door.
walked to the exit, and she was still running around trying to find the AFK guy that was waiting right next to you at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they showed up right as we opened the door.
That was a fun game, but
And
you
did
could tell.
nothing.
We were scared to death. It was Freddy. Freddy's supposed to be the scariest killer in the game, even though like
Freddy
Leatherface
will put you to sleep and make you scream.
yeah.
Jigsaw sucks.
Well, Jigsaw. Remember, it was like all four of us at one generator, and that bitch came to me and just like sniffed my ass,
Yeah, just like right in his face, and it's like,
and then chased you.
no,
Or was it
didn't
Monster?
chase me, chased Monster. Because
Monster.
I never moved. I just sat there and finished the generator.
She just walked up to me with that pig mask on and sniffed me a few times. I'm like, oh Jesus! And then I took off, and then Monster takes off the other direction, and she follows him.
And I just stayed there at the generator.
It's a good game, guys. Like, if you didn't get it, you're missing out. I'm sorry, but we did tell you guys
And honestly, it's only $24.99. That's not a bad price for that game.
for that game. Yeah,
It's really not.
from what I've heard, they're coming out with some updates. They're going to have more killers and more. I guess they talked about another killer. I think one of the cool killers if they add is like Chucky. Who do you think might be some cool killers to add?
That would be a cool one. Yeah.
Like Chucky. Was it you that I said you said if they had Chucky, you're just gonna shit yourself or something like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop playing the game. Two most hated scary movies of all times for me: Child's Play and Puppet Master.
Yeah.
I don't do dolls. Don't do dolls.
Ghostface would be another good one from Scream.
Scream, yeah.
Ghostface would be another good one. What else? What would be another good killer to add to? One of the Puppet Master creatures would be fucking cool. Like that drill head fuck.
Oh, shut up.
That would be fucking
Shut
great,
up.
dude. Like, or the dude with knives
Shut
on his
up.
hand. Like, oh.
Shut up. No. I don't have to listen to this shit.
Grizzly sucks dick and he loves it.
What?
I said you're a beautiful person.
You're such a liar. What'd you say?
I said you suck dick and you love it.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Dick is dick. But the game, I think that those would be some great killers to add. They have characters to play that I guess were a part of the franchises. Like, you know, one of the characters is a detective from Saw. There's one character from Nightmare on Elm Street that I've never fucking seen. He had like dreads and shit in his hair. He's fucking weird. And then they've got, I mean, there's another one where, and one of the updates is free, like the one with the Huntress. And we played against the Huntress the other day. She kicked our ass.
Yeah.
That bitch is me. And what was
The
she hums? She
The
hums
bunny.
as she gets closer to you because you hear a heartbeat when you know that you hear. As they get closer and it gets louder. Well, with Freddy, it's, you know, I think a kid humming his little hymn. 1, 2, 3. I think the only one that doesn't is Saw. But Saw's pretty fucking cool because she can put one of those masks on you, and you have to go to these little areas where Jigsaw, there's like these Jigsaw things, and you gotta literally do a skill check on them, and do them, and possibly unlock this thing.
The head. It's the bear trap.
Yeah, your head explodes if you don't do it, and if someone does a generator, it sets it off, like it speeds up the thing.
Speeds up the time. Yeah.
Which sucks. But my third one, bitch put one on my head, and the third one I did was the one that got it off, and it was nice. But it makes
He was all pissed off at me because I kept doing generators while he had it on.
Oh man.
And you can't escape with that on your head either. You try to escape and it'll blow your head off.
You're stuck. So I think that's all we can do about with Dead by Daylight. It's a good game. I mean, I haven't played Mafia yet. That was the other free game for the PlayStation. I think there's some more games coming out this upcoming month that are pretty good. I read online.
You were telling me about them earlier.
I read online.
I am very excited for them. And
there are 2 games that are coming out, and I'm really surprised about one of them because it's still kind of fairly new. So I guess the remastered version of God of War 3 is going to be out for next month, which I'm downloading. I love God of War. I own God of War 3, 1 through 3 on my PlayStation. I love those games.
Love God of War. Love it.
And 3's coming out. The remastered version's coming out. And I kind of thought about buying it, so I'm glad it's coming out for free. It makes having the PlayStation Network worth it, in my opinion, especially these last 2 months. And then the next game. The next game. Fuck you, Bungie. Is Destiny 2. Believe it or not. And I deleted it, but if they get it for free and I get some people playing it with me, I might play it again. So it's going to be exciting. I'm hoping what I'm reading online is true. Because God of War 3, I've been meaning to do a review on those games on the God of War series. We did a podcast, me and Gambit, I think this season, on God of War, the recent one that came out. Just a big fan of Kratos. I think he's the badass, and I can't wait to fuck Aphrodite again.
No, there is something that I actually saw, little article, you could say, about the Avengers 4.
Okay. We briefly talked about something like that in another podcast, where we knew there was going to be another Avengers movie.
Remember what I told you after Infinity War? Who they should bring that you said they were not going to because it's...
I vaguely remember.
Deadpool.
Really?
Deadpool.
They're putting Deadpool... They're putting... I watched Deadpool 2, by the way, recently.
It's good.
It's
good.
Not as good as the first one, but it's good. But it's good.
But yes, I read that Deadpool will be in Avengers 4.
I don't know what to think about. How am I going to take that serious? How do you take that seriously? You have all these like serious ass characters, and then you got Deadpool who's going to be breaking the fucking fourth wall every 5 seconds.
You got to fucking bring somebody in. Spoiler alert: everybody's dead.
Didn't you say you just watched the new? You just watched it, didn't you? Because we talked about it. What'd you? Well, while you're here, talk about that. What'd you think of that? What'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, most people have seen it now. We can talk about who died.
2 parts. I teared up a bit in 2 parts. Obviously, when Groot died, that was very catching. But did he really die?
Yeah, because a part of him survived. And that makes me wonder, because why the fuck didn't that X-Hilt disappear?
Exactly.
You know?
And then, of course, with Spider-Man. That one was a real tearjerker.
I told you why I didn't care for Spider-Man dying. Like, I just don't... I'm not emotionally involved with Spider-Man. I wasn't emotionally involved with half the characters that died. And most of them just went... That was it. They just queefed out of existence. And Spider-Man...
Poor Dave Bautista, he died so old.
And then Spider-Man, more or less... He was the more, him and Groot were the more dramatic deaths.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was just like kind of a bitch about it. Like, I don't want to die. Help me, Tony Stark. Well,
you got to think too. He was still a kid.
I know, and that's why it's sad. But I really don't have any emotional attachment to this Spider-Man. Maybe if it was Tobey Maguire, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I'm kind of sad now. But no, fuck this Spider-Man. I don't care for this guy. And I think the problem is, for me personally, is that they've rebooted Spider-Man too much too recently.
Well, see, and here's the thing, right? So they put out Infinity Wars. Right before that goes into theater, they announce the SpiderMan Homecoming.
I knew that fucker was gonna die. I just knew that fucker was gonna die. Especially.
So is it gonna be like home movies of this kid, or like? Because I mean, obviously he's dead. Were his parents part of the 50% that live? Who knows?
Maybe they got.
What about the fat kid that was on the bus that made the distraction for him? Did he live? What's his story? That's the shit I want to know. I would have been that fat kid. I need to know these things.
Yeah, let us know, fuckers. I don't know. We'll see. If it's true that Deadpool's going to be in the next. I really don't. I'm still gonna say I don't think so. I think that's gonna be full of shit. But we'll see. If he is, it's gonna be interesting. It'll be an interesting movie. I'm gonna say that much. But I guess we're coming up to the end of this, and honestly, I have something I got to review. We got a Nerd Tech review, don't we?
Nerd Tech. Yes, we do.
And for those of you that have a PlayStation and has bought maybe the first or second generation of PlayStation, you know my plight here. You only have 500 gigabytes. You only have 500 gigabytes of hard drive space to play with. So you're constantly deleting shit. Especially if you love games like I do. You're constantly deleting shit. So I got online and I looked up a external hard drive because the next gen systems do that now. You can have an external hard drive and they work great. And I found an external hard drive like this. And I can't necessarily give you the name. I think it's called Volition. But I found it on Amazon. And it's a 3 terabyte, if you saw. It literally plug and play. I didn't have to do shit. I just plugged that bitch in and it was like, okay, I'm your extra hard drive. HDD Gear, I think, is the either the name of the company or the name of the actual product. HDD Gear, external hard drive, and it's 3 terabytes. And so far, this thing is fucking amazing. I've got all my games in, and I've still got room for plenty more. So if I nerd boners, you know, you can, again, we rarely use nerd boners anymore, but if I have to get a 1 to 10 rating, it's got a 9. This is worth it. This $87 for this for a 3 terabyte. That's not bad. Like, I'm sure there's some cheaper out there, but this also fits on the top of your PlayStation. It looks like it belongs there. It looks like it's a part of your PlayStation. So it's beautiful. So for those of you who have my problem, where you have too many games and not enough hard drive space, definitely check it out. Like, it's got my thumbs up of approval. The only downside I would say is it runs hot. Like, it gets hot after a while. It hasn't really hurt anything. It hasn't really burnt. Like, nothing really bad has come from that. But it just, you know, if you're worried about stuff like that, it's, you know, it has an on and off switch in the back. And another little downside is it takes a USB port. But, you know, it's external hard drive. What do you fucking expect? Right? Anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and finish up this podcast. We thank you guys for watching. We thank you guys for listening. And we love you Newgrounds listeners. We love you a lot. You don't see me pointing, but I am pointing because you guys can't watch. You can only hear.
Two fingers way up. What?
So thanks a lot, guys. We love our fans. I'm thankful every day for our listeners, for the fans of the podcast, for the fans of the project, and expect good things. Like I keep saying, there's stuff coming. We got plans. We got ideas, and with your help, we might have even more plans and ideas. Again, what's that number, Grizzly?
No, 559-997-6803.
Once again, that number is
559-997-6803. This is my sexy bedtime voice.
And as again, guys, we have a Discord. Check our Facebook page and our Twitter page and all our social media for that invite. Feel free to join us. Feel free to nerd chat with us. We're here, man. We love to talk. We love interaction.
Definitely.
So with that said and done, Grizzly, is there anything you wish to say?
I don't wanna dress like Wonder Woman.
At least he's not
I
being
just-
that bad of a sore loser.
I'm still gonna do it. I just don't wanna. We appreciate all support. I mean, we love it. Good, bad, indifferent. It's support. We appreciate all you guys. Almost done with season 5.
Yeah.
That's
It's almost
crazy.
been 3 years. We've
Almost 3 years.
next month. What did I
22
say?
more days.
What did I say? The date was
21st of September.
the 21st of
22
September.
more days from the time we are recording this.
The 21st of September, we will be 3-year anniversary for this podcast, for this show. Amazing! It's freaking crazy. 3 years ago, I came up with this, and we're here. We are today. We're still doing it.
Yeah.
As we were saying, we're gonna go ahead and end this. We plan on putting out more skits and funny shit, and I like that, skits and funny shit. I should name that. That should be a name of something.
That should totally be a new show.
Skits and
Skits
funny
and
shit.
funny shit.
So.
I'm marking that down right now.
But we have plans. We got stuff going in the mix. So, guys, we will see you next week on episode 97. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and always remember to stay sexy.
And stay nerdy. Always.
Bye.
Bye-bye.